Incoming message from the big giant head. Hello there, Third Rock fans. Anyone remember that sitcom? It's pretty good. Great cast. How you doing? Back to Minecraft today. We've got to finish off Blarg, which you might be able to just see out the window back there. Let's get Snap. Let's get Snap time. Hey, Jammits, Izzy, Paul, thank you for the bits already, Jammit. Well, a bit, not bits, plural. A bit. Cheers. Some cheers a bit. Thank you again. Oh, haven't seen the pulsing heartbeat bit yet. That's new. Testing the cup. Oh wait. Let me go over here so I can get a big long drop on the cup. Boink. Oh, it didn't splash. Oh, it nearly fell off the edge. That was a tense moment. Sat right there on the rim. Gave my jar a bit of a rim job. That's what you did there. Delicately tickling the rim. As you can see, I've done a bit more work on the blog offline. In that I finished his shirt. I went round backs and the sides with the shirt. Still got a bit of tidying up to do. And I put some scaffolding up, and I figured out the right math for the face. But that's all we did. Didn't do much. Also spent a bit of time grinding at the Prismarine farm. However, I made an executive decision in that because Far Cry New Dawn was out, I just didn't have the time or want to just grind at the Prismarine farm. So, I have taken the chat suggestion from last time, and basically what I did was I doubled my resources using command mode, creative mode, just to see what I'm looking for. So I took what I had and I doubled it. Well, I think I quadrupled the dark because we had bugger all of that left. But basically, I just kind of automatically doubled my resources, just so we can get some work done, because we have to close this world off soon enough, and we're going to have Anthem and stuff to keep us busy as well. So, not that many more streams in this world. Maybe this one, maybe another one after that, maybe 3 in total, including this one. Because we have to do the slime farm, and then we have to fix up the village. We also have to finally find a place for the Tower Pimps. Final place for the Tower Pimps that we're currently carrying in our crashed ship over there. And yeah, this is the biggest blog we have ever constructed. It's like twice the size of any other blog. Literally. Basically doubled the measurements. He's still missing legs too. We have to build some legs. At the moment he's just a torso floating on the water, but we are going to give him some legs. But yeah, he's standing in the water because he's a drowned, obviously. He can't be out during the day. He likes to be moist. Hello again, by the way. Anya? Good coffee this morning. So how's everybody been? Hello, Picker Kirby. Didn't see you saying hi up there. Alright, while we wait for people to show up, let's go check on the iron farm. See how that's ticking. Maybe do a little busy work here and there. So, out of curiosity, now that we have a few regulars here, is there a reason you guys didn't bother turning up for the Far Cry stream? Not interested in Far Cry? Don't want spoilers? Or just was... You just don't usually turn up on those days or something? No judgment, I'm just curious. So I have a lot of fun playing that game, but it didn't bring in a lot of the regulars to come hang out while I played it. I don't know. Just curious. What am I doing? Putting the iron away. And wait, where am I putting animal products again? Is it here? Yeah. Just unpacking from midday. Shooting in bar. Shooting as in camera or guns? And you cosplay. Yeah, you're here. I'm just asking. Highly recommend pre-ordering a Demon X Machina if you remember Armored Core. It's like the series. I never actually played Armored Core, but yeah, I did see the announcement on the Nintendo Direct a couple of days ago. Looks interesting. Far Cry just doesn't interest you? Fair enough. Yeah, it's odd the way these Twitch communities go. Some people get tons of extra views when they play Far Cry, I've been noticing, and I get less. I wonder what's going to happen with Anthem. Like the VIP and the open beta got a decent crowd, but that might have been curiosity more than anything. I wonder if streaming Anthem on an ongoing basis is going to grow the audience or shrink it. Either way, I'm going to give it a go because I'm hoping that's a lot of fun. Well, if I shot guns, I'd be shot myself. Slappy White, how you doing? Jamet says, surprisingly enjoyable. Actually, to be honest, I came into one a few days back to see what it's all about. Never played it before, and it's actually really fun watching you stream it. Not a game I'll ever play, but fun. Why wouldn't you play it? Out of curiosity, you're saying, hey, it looks like tons of fun, but I'm not going to play it. That seems like an odd decision. Slappy White's bloody fantastic. Good, nice to hear. This world needs more bloody fantastic in it. I had a lot of fun digging around a Far Cry. Okay, so we're still generating slime down there. I was a bit worried whether last weekend was going to be a one-off or not, but yeah. It's actually genuinely working now. Hooray! Hey, Pixie. I always keep wanting to say your username is Plexi, as in plexiglass, because I say the word plexiglass way more often than I do anything that even rhymes with Pexi, I think. My brain just kind of short-circuits it. Just a very lazy gamer, like slow post games, less bad guys. Well, fair enough. I mean, it is starting to get to the point where it's getting pretty intense in Far Cry. Last night after stream, I abandoned a couple of the outposts, which means the next time I go to clear them out, they're even tougher. And the difficulty spike is noticeable. They are a lot more aggressive at level 2 on the outposts. It's a lot of fun, actually. It made clearing out a couple of them using stealth mode even more fun. When there's so many tough enemies down there, you just ping them off one by one, they have no idea where you are. Whee! Alright, let's start placing some blocks. Did you dig that hole yourself? Sure did! It's pretty tedious. We did quite a lot of it live on stream, actually. That kind of repetitive hole digging work is surprisingly conducive to having good chats in chat, because it requires very little focus, so we can just... I don't get distracted nearly as easily, I guess is the thing. So the train of thought continues more... I need some other kinds of stuff. The train of thought... What's the word I'm looking for? The train of thought continues more consistently, I think would be the word I'm looking for, than it does most other times. Okay, yeah, so we'll grab some of that. I'll probably put some of this dark stuff away and turn for some of those. In fact, we're using less dark and more of this in the face, aren't we? And I'll grab a few bits of this super dark while we're here. found a place to hide my photography kit. Fable is one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, I'm so disappointed what happened to the Fable series. I really liked 3, even though a lot of Fable fans bitch and whine about it. But after that, when they sort of just tried to turn it into a franchise instead of honouring what it actually is, it got a bit crap quite a bit fast. And they tried to do that Connect thing and... ugh. I hate it just cause... Really? I never actually played Just Cause 1 or 2. I came on board with 3 and I thought it was one of the funnest games I've ever played. Still do. Actually, I should go back to Just Cause 4. They've had time to throw a few patches down, so I should go see how it plays. Because on launch day, there were a lot of little glitches that made it quite difficult to concentrate on the gameplay. The game ran okay, but there was so many weird little fuck-ups. We should build Blag over the slime pit, 2 bits 1 stone. Well, nah. We did consider it, didn't we? I did consider turning that into a general mob farm and having mobs just pour out of his mouth things, but yeah. I don't know. Might as well spread things out. We got plenty of room. I picked up on Just Cause 3. Hated the dynamics of it. Really? Huh. I thought it was one of the most enjoyable movement systems I've ever played in a game. In fact, I remember saying quite a lot that all they need to do is make a Spider-Man game that works a lot like that, and they'll have a winner. And they kind of did. Yes. Insomniac Spider-Man did have a bit of a feel of Just Cause about it at times. In the way the web slinging worked, at least. So I have a conclusion to the me not having tried guacamole. Oh, you're right, yeah, we're talking about this last week again. Still haven't learned to spell it, I see. Turns out the sous chef can get headed in. Really? Guacamole and sushi. You should not get sushi from wherever you're doing that from, because that's not what you call a traditional sushi ingredient. I mean, there is some... I think the California roll, which isn't proper sushi either. It's American, obviously. That has avocado in it, isn't it? I don't know. I don't get the California roll. I have proper Japanese traditional sushi whenever I can. Because you don't really want to mess with something that already tastes so fucking amazing, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sure what it was about it, just not my thing. Yeah, it's weird like that, isn't it? Some games just don't speak to you, do they? I understand. I'm just kind of surprised. I don't meet too many people who tried Just Cause 3 and then decided they didn't like it. It's one of those games I'm surprised when I find someone who doesn't, who claims it just wasn't enjoyable for them. But you know me, no judgment around here. If you don't like it, you don't like it, that's fine. We're allowed to like different things around here. Find avocado, not a sushi. Well, in a lot of sushi, in a lot of sushi rolls and things like that, sure. But yeah, avocado, not what you call a traditional Japanese ingredient. Just when I said the wrong thing, it was avocado. Yeah, we figured that might be the case. On a completely unrelated note, Liquid Metals, my 2012 MacBook Pro, now faster than my base model 2018. Yeah, a lot of those, especially in the most recent ones, the highest end Macs, or MacBooks specifically, MacBook Pros, it's not always a good idea to go for them, as it's coming true, as you've discovered, because while the chips in them are very, very powerful, the cooling in MacBook Pros is not designed for them to run at peak power constantly, so you do get thermal throttling. That was a big thing with the most recent MacBook Pros, with the was it the 9900? They put in one of those. That thing just didn't work properly because it wasn't cooling. I believe it's just time for this stream's Fortnite rant. I never ran about Fortnite. I ran about Fortnite players sometimes because it's a young crowd and their social ability and general lack of self-awareness when playing online games is a bit of an issue, but that R9 was a complete joke. Glad I took it back. Yeah, I as many of you know, I do all my work, you know, video and editing and all that kind of stuff on my Mac. Partly because it just fucking works and gets out of my way, unlike a Windows machine, which is always getting in my way one way or the other. And partly because Final Cut Pro X is incredibly well designed and makes me very fast with an edit, much faster than any other software I've ever tried. Although DaVinci Resolve has been a pretty decent stopgap on when I edit stuff on the PC here, but I don't do many complicated edits on that. It's normally just I record something to camera and I'll just cut it up. But I do a lot of complicated editing in that, because when you do try and do more complicated editing and stuff in DaVinci Resolve, the interface is not nearly as efficient as Final Cut, so it's quite frustrating. G Mitchie, how you doing? Man, this head is taller than I remember. Oh, and also, I haven't really left myself an escape plan here, have I? I guess if I go up the top, I can bust a reset and go down the scaffolding I've got on his face. That'll work. But do I have enough blocks to get to the No, I really don't. Oh well, we'll figure it out. If you drop a MacBook, I'll probably wreck anyway. Actually, you'd be surprised how robust they are, because they're all you know, milled out of a single piece of aluminium. Or the body shell is all one solid piece. There's no fittings and stuff to sort of break away and things like that. Just like the iPhone, you know, it's all glass. But I've dropped my iPhone a bunch of times and it still looks factory fresh. You hear way more stories about people smashed Android phones than you do iPhones. Because a lot of Android phones are made with cheaper components to make them much cheaper than the ridiculously priced iPhone, to try and encourage people to buy them instead of the iPhone. Well, this has the same features as the iPhone. It does this, it does this, it does this, it does... Yeah, well, it's made poorer. You hear about that Twitch? Yeah. Played it. It's pretty good. It's just Tetris with harassment, but it's pretty fun. Is there a slime on top of the head? Sounds a lot like there's a slime on top of the head. Is this... That can't be right. Why would a slime... Slime wouldn't even spawn that high, but I hear what sounds a lot like a slime splooshing about. Samsung for the win? No. Talk about a skeevy company. No, it wasn't a slime, there was a zombie up here though. Why was it sounding squishy? Actually, let's go get a refill in our materials while we're up here. Stevie, hello there. Okay, actually, let's get rid of some of this brown stuff I don't need anymore. And I don't need to be carrying those around right now. Okay, so I've got plenty of snacks to that. Dark, we're doing okay. We'll take one more of dark. And all the rest of my free space in the bricks. Yeah, I should have just chucked a bunch in the shell box, shouldn't I? It's alright. It's not hard to get up and down, so I put these scaffolding here. Sorry, I've got a very cracky throat today. I hope I'm getting sick. I don't feel sick, but my voice is a bit ruined. What did Samsung do? Samsung, like Facebook, have just got a history of being really kind of gross. And I just don't want to deal with them, if I can at all avoid it. As a company, and to me personally at one point too, they really put their big dick shoes on and are complete cunts to me. And I can't be bothered telling that story again, so just let that be it. I tried forgiving them for their cunty behaviour a little while back, but then they screwed me over again. Oh, shocker! They came to me and wanted me to make a video about one of their new monitors or something. And then they just balked me. So happy that Fortnite's finally dying. And my friends will play a good time. Yeah. Yeah, not the first time I've heard that story. We talked about that at length last weekend as well, in the Minecraft stream. People felt like they had to being forced to play Minecraft because that's where the social situation is. Been enjoying my Note 9 since launch. Samsung was good phones. Well, you know, Facebook owns a decent messenger and Instagram is pretty good too, but I still don't want to use them. Because I absolutely do not want to help a company that greasy have any success. Yeah, we should put some torches up around the floor here, shouldn't we? I'm going to get myself into trouble because we have locked off the ceiling now. So Let's just throw around a few anti-harassment devices. These can come away now. These were just my markers when I was measuring out the mouth. Right, I made it. Oh man, I'm out of torches. Dude! Get up, please. Yeah. I'm still getting stuck at the shoreline with that stupid swim mechanic. I still get stuck in swim mode where I can't jump out. Stupid glitch. I heard that before, but there are other companies that sponsors you. Great. What? Wow, am I absolutely completely out of torches forever and ever? That hardly ever happens. Wait, what? Oh. Got enough bites? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we might sleep our up here too. Might not be a bad idea. Good advice. No, we've got heaps of time. Where's the ladder being all freaky today? Nobody saw that. Oh wait, there was no staircase. I could probably stay. Alright. That should be sufficient. Actually, probably didn't even need these torches. All this fucking light pouring off here would have kept this safe, I guess. But whatever. Yeah, we did a pretty decent job of randomizing that. Not too bad. Quick question. Are you mostly playing Java now? I've watched your pasted Minecraft Sundays? I posted Minecraft Sundays on the Switch, just wondering. We're actually on the PC these days. I moved the Switch save across to PC when the Switch version had an unpatched glitch in it, which meant I couldn't host it to my Windows 10 machine, which means I couldn't use mouse and keyboard when I'm streaming, which means I was stuck on the controller, which is not my preference. So this world started on the Switch, but is now on Windows 10 version. So this is not Java. We're still on the Bedrock version. I've just moved the world over to the Windows machine so I can use mouse and keyboard consistently. Which annoys me because the whole thing with the playing on the Switch was I could have it on my Switch, which means I could, you know, play Minecraft on the Switch mobile, in bed, while traveling, whatever. And then when I streamed, I could log into that world, you know, via the LAN connection from my Windows PC and use mouse and keyboard. But then they broke that functionality and never fucking fixed it again, even though I and many, many other people have logged that bug. It's just been ignored. And it's fucking frustrating. What would you say is the worst company out there? And you can't say Samsung. Facebook. No question. Facebook are fucking satanic in their evil bullshit. Anybody who uses any Facebook product is a fucking idiot. Who has no clue what's going on, is willfully ignorant, ignores like the weekly news about some new privacy invasion or sleazy data mining or hack or just personal information exposure or this information gathering through sleazy techniques. If you use Facebook, you're an idiot. And if that means you're going to throw a hissy fit and I'm never coming back to your stream again, you called me an idiot, fine. If you use Facebook, I don't want you here. Fool! The fucking most miserably skeevy, creepy company on the planet. And it's an endless source of frustration for me that people will not leave it. Oh, but I need Facebook to keep in touch with Nana. No, you don't! I haven't used Facebook in probably a decade, and I keep in contact with my friends just fine. Not so much for my family, but that's a separate issue because I don't even like my family, but... Guess what? We talk to our families before it's Facebook. There are ways. Basically just use Realm as a cloud save. Yeah, that's what I've done. That's how I moved the... That's how I moved this save file across to Windows. I just bought a Realm for a month, moved the save file across, let it expire. And the next time I did it, I did that over again. Bought a Realm for a month, moved the save file back and forth. And I was trying to do that charity stream at PAX last year. That's what I had to do to get this world back on the Switch. But as we saw, that didn't really work very well. That was a disaster. But yeah, I don't want to pay for a Realm on an ongoing basis just so I can switch back and forth like that. It's a pain in the ass. I don't like renting my software. I just want to pay for it and use it. All this subscription service bullshit, I really don't like it. With the exception of things like Netflix, I'm okay renting my access to media like that, but not my games. If you're 50 or older, you 100% use Facebook? Yeah, it's because old people are stupid. Ignorant. Baby boomers just don't fucking care. That's why the world's so fucked. Baby boomers are all about the selfish. And they absolutely skull-fucked the planet for us. Well done, you sappy cunts. Still need to buy Anthem. Paid $1 for 10... $1? How'd you pay $1 for a month of... what is it? EA Access? What do they call it? Because yeah, I have been sitting on a fair amount of FOMO. Fear of missing out, for those who don't know that particular acronym. Because I can't, you know... I bought the regular edition at the regular price, and it doesn't open for me until the 22nd. Meanwhile, I've started to see all this content on YouTube pour out about how the game plays now, and what's been fixed and what hasn't been fixed, and the microtransaction economy and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, I want to be playing. I want to play, but I just don't want to give EA extra money just so I could play half a week earlier for 10 hours. Fuck you. I'd be so much happier if Anthem was published by almost anybody else, with the exception of maybe Bethesda, because holy shit, they don't know what they're doing anymore. It was a promotion. Interesting. I never caught wind of that. It's okay. I most use Facebook to contact some people. It doesn't matter why you use Facebook. The fact that you use it means they're tracking you everywhere through Facebook cookies and Facebook integration on websites and everything. It doesn't matter if you only use it once a week to talk to Nana and check on things. You're still part of the Facebook system. Doesn't matter how much or how little you use it, if you use it at all. If you have an account, if you've logged in, even once on the machine you're using, they fingerprint that, they track you. It's creepy. As I said, anybody who uses Facebook is willfully ignorant. An idiot. And you just can't trust them. You cannot trust them. Should not, cannot. I forgot what the generation is, the baby boomer generation. Basically the people older than me by about 15 years. I'm Gen X, tail end, 1978. Thank Christ I was born a couple of years too early to be called a fucking millennial. But yeah, the baby boomers were the ones who basically had control of the world through the 80s. The notoriously greedy 80s. That was them. Profit at any cost. That was them. Sucks to be them in my case. My pick gets bounced between Cali and Montreal. I guarantee you, even if you do that, they're still tracking you. They're still fingerprinting your machine. Doesn't matter how clever you think you're being. I have Facebook comments and Facebook like buttons and all the integration Facebook does to web pages. I have all that blocked directly. Like it doesn't even show up, which breaks a few websites actually, which is ridiculous. I use ad blocker and ghostery and things like that to just block out as much as Facebook as possible. I can't even look at an Instagram picture. I've got that blocked too. Any Instagram embeds in websites and stuff, I can't see them. And it's just the way I like it. Thank you very much. And even with doing all that, I guarantee you Facebook still have a way to sort of passively try and fingerprint my machine and track my usage. Don't use Facebook at all. How do you do that? How do I do what? Block Facebook? Yeah, like I said, I use browser plugins like AdBlock, like Ghostery, to basically stop that content from even loading in the first place. Gave up Facebook in 2008 when they did that shitty copyright move on anything uploaded. Yeah, I think I left Facebook way before that even. I don't want to be all hipster about it, but I abandoned Facebook long before it was started to become trendy amongst people who actually knew what the fuck was going on. I always hated Facebook, actually. In the beginning, I hated it because it was just such a shit site. It was so badly put together and buggy and slow and ugh. But then then it started to be exposed to all the creepy stuff they do to track people. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm done. What beard trimmer do you use? Good question. I just bought a new one actually. When I trimmed my beard back down from the long beard I had. Let me see if I can find the Amazon, because I bought it from Amazon. Let me see if I can find the Amazon order, and I can tell you what number it is. Number? What? Here it is. It's a Braun Multi-Grooming Kit MGK3040, which is the most basic model of those. They've got 3 different models of that, and each comes with more and more little clip-on accessories. I actually wish I'd bought the next one up, which comes with a foil, so I could do the under-chin stuff a little bit better. Yeah, Braun Multi-Grooming Kit. It's pretty good. It's not great, but it was like 60 bucks. And for 60 bucks, it's pretty decent. Nice and quiet, you know, shaves nice and trims really, really cleanly. No pulling, no snagging. And one of the main reasons I bought it is because it came with slightly longer combs than most. It's sold as a multi-grooming kit, but it's designed for beards. So unlike a lot of clippers, which just come with the short clippers for your hair, this one comes with, it does up to 20, the length number, 20 mil, whatever that equates to. My beard is currently at like an 18, I think. Which is just about right for me. Lol, the accents on your headset are blue. What? No, they're green. That's why they're disappearing on the green screen. You might have been seeing blue through them. Did you hear Philip DeFranco? I've already lost interest. I can't stand that fucker. What a prick. I've known him since the early days of YouTube. He may do a really good job these days of hiding how much of a fucking douche he is. Trust me, he's a douche. He's playing a role. Philip DeFranco now has beard stuff. If you're looking for stuff, what? He's got Philip DeFranco beard merchandise. Fuck that. What a fucking wanker. Get his own fucking beauty line. Christ, what a tosser. Who was Philip DeFranco? Just some YouTube douche. He's been around almost as long as I have. But he started his career by just stealing other people's content. That was his whole shtick. He just stole other people's content and then made snarky remarks about it. That was his thing. Just used it without permission and was a bitch about it. Haha, look at this fucker! Look at this dickhead! Haha! Drama! Whoa! But then the whole copyright thing started to heat up and he had to pivot to trying to be a news guy. It's just fucking... Just fuck him. Just fuck him right in his stupid face. So like, yeah, it was like kind of like the prototype Ray William Jackhead or whatever his fucking name is. Johnson? Is it Johnson? I think it's Johnson. Yeah, kind of like that. Kind of the prototype version of that. There was lots of them around back in the day. And yeah, the ones who didn't pivot, like DeFranco did, basically just faded into obscurity. Yeah, the only reason he's anywhere is because he just stole people's content. And it shits me to tears that he got away with it. Good old YouTube days. It may be... It'd be my 13th year this year in October. Yeah, I haven't done the math in a while. I'd be up to 14 or 15 by now. I was on YouTube about 6 months after YouTube became a thing. I think the first thing I published on there was maybe a year into YouTube's life. Maybe sooner? I don't know. But to be fair, most of that earliest stuff was pre-existing material that I had previously been hosting on my own website, my Lego animations. I was using YouTube as a really, Jesus, cost-effective way to host my video files, which were quite expensive to host back in those days. Bandwidth and server storage space, and all that kind of crap. You had a friend who thought WG was hilarious and had your friendship? Yeah, don't blame you. Yeah, it feels like the thunder was actually after me. That was 3 strikes, very, very close to where I was standing. Everybody say hello to the garbage truck outside. Making noise. Huh. Wait, what just happened there? For a second I thought they added smoke particles to burning zombies. Yeah, something else must have died just behind him. Or 2 things actually, because the smoke lasted for quite some time. Why don't they do that, actually? That'd be cool. Now that they're updating the particle effect system, they're changing how that works a little bit. You could make it so burning zombies actually smoke. Never realized that was missing until that just happened. It looks awesome. Alright, what are we doing here? We need a bit more of that. Starting to hope I actually have enough. Yeah. That looks pretty good too. I'm doing a fairly decent job of randomizing the noise in it. Don't mind it. Of course, the top half will be cutting away and replacing with some slimy stuff as well, so... But it's just easy to do it with 3 block types at a time. Excuse me, sorry. Oh, a literal smoking zombie? Yeah, that'd be fun. Do you think YouTube will go to my MySpace? I don't get well. Like, it's faced off several challenges already with just no impact. Facebook tried to take them on and just didn't even make an impact. And if Facebook can't make a dent, then nobody else has a problem, a chance, because Facebook is just, you know, they threw God knows how many resources into trying to make, what they call it? Just Facebook video, wasn't it? Trying to make that a thing that people actually wanted to use, and nope. I think it'll be quite some time before YouTube starts getting dethroned by something. And by the time that comes around, it will be some paradigm shifting kind of idea. It won't be just a YouTube clone that does YouTube slightly better than YouTube does. It will be a genuinely new way to distribute audiovisual content. If anything, I would expect YouTube to further feature bloat. I keep half expecting Google Video to slide its way into YouTube. They've tried it a couple of times, being able to rent movies and stuff, like proper Hollywood movies through YouTube, things like that. But they haven't quite found the secret sauce to make that work in a way people want to use it yet. I always thought it'd be quite interesting to see them just flat out put that stuff on YouTube, just with ad support. It'd be like watching a movie on TV back in the day, on free-to-air TV, when they would just have ad breaks. Just do that on YouTube with movies. No fuck around with subscription fees, just click it and watch it, see the ads, job done. How do you think Floatplane's going? I haven't even looked at Floatplane. I haven't been to the site. The only reason I remember it exists is when I watch the WAN show, and they talk about it there sometimes. I honestly don't know why Luke is bothering. What's the end goal? It's never, ever, ever gonna be anything close to as significant as YouTube. It's always going to be a secondary thing. People use YouTube and maybe Floatplane if they happen to know the guys and have some sort of arrangement. And like, I think Kyle does, doesn't he? I don't even watch Kyle anymore. He's a jackass too. You ever notice how Kyle never has an original thought, ever? Everything he ever says about technology is just regurgitating from someone else he saw say it. I don't think he knows what he's doing, quite honestly. I'm a bitch today, aren't I? I'm bitching about everybody. Everybody sucks with me. I'm the only genuine YouTuber left. I'm the only one you can trust. That's not even close to being true. Who's Kyle? Goes by Bitwit. Tech vlogger, PC builder kind of guy. Think Jay's 2 cents, but dumber. And not nearly as good at the job. Just feeling bad for Kyle with the whole vote. Yeah, I mean, I have sympathy for him for that. That was a big pile of bullshit. But I can't stand his content. Just like I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who can't stand my content. Swings and roundabouts. Don't think I've ever seen him do Odyssey. Yeah, he's not huge. He's kind of a hanger-on. People only really know about him because he kind of weaseled his way into the North American YouTuber tech guy community thing. He just knows the right people, so he's been able to kind of be a bit of a parasite. I don't think anybody watches his channel first. It's just kind of an ancillary thing. People watch because they've heard other tech tubers mention him. Because he, just knows them, meets them at events and things. I hate that sycophantic kind of crap. That's why I never bother with collaborations or crossovers, or I don't talk about the other Aussie tech tubers much, if at all, in my videos. I am friends with a lot of them, but I don't know. Don't know how I feel about that sort of sycophantic kind of echo chamber, recursive, cross-promotional stuff. It just feels a bit skeevy sometimes. Do you quite like the live stream? Yeah, I like Paul. And again, true to what I was saying before, the only reason I know about Kyle is because of Paul. But I don't really watch Paul's content that much anymore. It's a funny thing. A lot of these guys who do the PC tech tuber kind of thing, as soon as they like build their own studio in a little rental house or in the garage or something, as soon as they do that, they start taking themselves way too seriously and their content becomes crap. They start thinking they're just above their station, I guess. They get a little bit arrogant and cocky and self-interested and righteous. You ever noticed that? I've noticed it a few times already. Even Jay's 2 cents, whose content I still really appreciate. He's very smart, he knows what he's doing, makes some dumb mistakes sometimes, but who am I to talk about that? When he built his own little studio, his content became a lot less genuine feeling as well. But, that said, he is much more successful now than he was before. Better sponsorships, more frequent. I mean, he's constantly sponsored these days. He's constantly doing an ad read for somebody in his fucking videos. So, while I think his content isn't nearly as good, obviously it's working for him. Dude's got a family to look after, so I can only speak for my personal tastes, and I don't think his content is as good as it was. Which is, by the way, even though I've been doing this for a decade and a half, let's say, close enough to, I very, very, very deliberately KISS. Keep it simple, shithead. I don't bother building a fancy studio, camera, mic, space to show things off, some lights. Don't get too fancy. If you start concentrating on the production quality more than the production, things slide. Which is why you've heard me many times rant against idiot YouTubers buying red cameras. You don't need it. It makes everything you do slower and worse. It may look a bit better when it's recorded raw and you color grade it and it looks like it, a freeze frame looks like it could be from a TV show, but your content is worse because of you're spending more time doing that shit than you are just making content. Just whatever. I'm getting all soapboxy now. I'll leave it at that. Oh, jeez. Moving off the edge here. There is another PC build video coming soon, by the way. I don't know how soon, because it's a tricky thing. It's a custom mod that I'm working on. I'm not going to say too much about it, because I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, I'm putting a PC in a thing that was never meant to be a PC. That kind of mod. So yeah, well, it's been a while since I've done a PC build video. On YouTube, at least. I think we're doing 2 or 3 builds on stream since the last time I did one for a YouTube video. Yeah, more coming soon. Should be quite fun too. Can't wait to see how people react to it. I had on and off groups on YouTube, and nowadays I'm just on my own. What? Gamers Nexus? Yeah. I like the content. I don't watch it that often because it is very, very slow and drawn out, and it's good for if you're after the technical side of things. But the Gamers Nexus dude himself, whatever his fucking name is, he pisses me off. At the Intel event last year when they were launching their 9th gen stuff, I was filming a bit to camera. I was in front of some windows, so I had lots of light pouring on me, and the camera was pointing back into the demo floor where all the stuff was being shown off. And I was in the middle of that, and he's standing 2 feet away from me while I'm trying to record, and he's jabbering away about the shot he wants to get next, and the piece he's doing to camera. No fucking respect at all for a fellow creator. Such a cunt move to deliberately fuck up someone else's shot like that. And he knows what he's doing because he's been doing it for quite some time. And you can be damn sure if I did that to him, he'd be a fucking bitch about it. So yeah, fuck that guy. What a cunt move. Yeah. Thank you, Xbox, for the bits. I think the last one you did was a bitch basic build. What? Yeah, what was the last build I did for YouTube? Yeah, it might have been the i9, actually. That might have been the last build that I may publish for YouTube. And even then, that wasn't sort of a complete step-through build thing, but yeah. Right, so what are we doing? Face next, right? So we got to go. So I'm going to get a side view of that. Maybe a bit too much dark prismarine on that side, actually. There's a lot at the top. We'll get rid of that with some green slime and stuff. But yeah, maybe a bit too heavy on the dark. So watch that for the face. I should have enough blocks too. Been trying to remember where I had heard the name before. The Verge, when it was mentioned in chat, just remember that it was a disastrous new friendly PC builder tour. Man, I can't believe you guys all know about the Verge did. Post copyright strike thing. They kind of doubled down on it and started blaming everyone else for their fuck up. They trumped it. They went all Trump. It's never there. It's never anybody else's. It's never their fault. It's always somebody else's fault. Idiots. Catastrophic idiots. I barely know anything about betting a PC, and I know not to do what they do. Yeah, exactly. Believe it or not, the dipshit who made that video is still working for The Verge. I would have fired him for that kind of irresponsibility and misconduct and just misrepresentation. I mean, it probably says on his resume somewhere that he knows how to do this stuff. That's why they let him make that video. That's a lie. He very, very, very clearly has no idea what he's doing. How does he still have that job? Still reporting on PC stuff. There's no way I would have, if I was in charge of a publishing company, there's no way I would let him continue to do that. Not without taking some sort of official PC building for beginners course at a learning annex or something. Oh shit, that's a long way down. What a clown. Thing is though, did he write the script for it? Was he just a talent? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if he was just a talent and someone else wrote the script. It seemed like he was ad-libbing a lot of it anyway. He might have had bullet points as saying, yeah, you do the motherboard first or something, but even if he was just no. And I don't think he considered himself just a talent either. You read his Twitter bio, it's like he's pretending he knows what he's doing. Clearly has no effing clue. I know you do it 10 times better. I would approve you. Well, I mean, I have done it 10 times better. I have a PC build guides designed for beginners up on the channel. I did it maybe 2 years ago with MSI as a sponsor. Ooh, not too many of those. And it is a much, much, much more useful tool for people thinking about building their first PC and are intimidated by the process. I explain everything. What components you need, why you would choose certain components, what choices you have, what they do, how to plug them in, which way around everything should go. It is, in my opinion, one of the better beginner's guides you'll find. I'm very proud of the work I did on that one, actually. In fact, I think I linked it to The Verge when the thing first blew up. I said, hey, if you ever want to have another go at this, ever seen Singularity Computers? His video can drag. I've heard of him. I don't know if I've ever watched any of his content. But I've heard the name. I might have even met him without realizing it at one of these events. That happens from time to time. Because, you know, you can't watch everybody on YouTube, especially when you're a YouTuber yourself. You got work to do. So when you started doing them PC videos again, I know you did 10 times better, yeah. Some dark in here. Just realized I've gone the opposite from the side. I went, oh, too much dark. This is like no dark. Put some more dark on his forehead though, because that's where the moss is going to be. Just coming along a bit faster than I anticipated. Might actually get time to work on the town today after all. I thought there was going to be a much longer job. It seemed a lot bigger, but I guess it is just popping blocks down, isn't it? Although I guess we still have to make the legs, so that might take up the rest of the day. Oh dear. Oh dear. How many do I have left? Oh, Uh-oh. Can I... Can I craft prismarine bricks from prismarine? I can't remember how that works. It's been so long. Might have some left in the storage center as well. Singularity Computers is based in Oz, I think. He makes some seriously impressive modded PCs. Oh, wait, no, fucking, yeah, sorry, yeah. I do know exactly who that is. I don't know him by his channel name, but I know the guy quite well. I've met him several times. Oh, hooray. Yeah, just my brain just clicked. As soon as you said mod PCs. Of course I know him. Of course I know him. I mean, I see him all the time at events like PAX, for example, because he's always showing off his modded PCs in Thermaltake booth and those kind of component places. PLE Computers, I think he had some there this year. I don't remember. Yeah. I know him. It's funny, there's a few people like that I know that, you know, they make content or do this or that. I mean, one of my best friends, I don't get to see him very often. I don't talk to him that often, actually. I really should talk to him more. But anyway, there's this friend, a friend I know. And we met through YouTube. We're both Australian content creators, and we just sort of, you know, started chatting offline and stuff about being a YouTuber and content and stuff like that. And for years and years and years, I only ever called him sort of a nickname version of his YouTube name. And then I learnt what his real name was. And it took me years and years and years to come to terms with that, because we have a mutual friend, and every time they would refer to him, they would use his real name, and I would go, who? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, it's a weird world we live in. I hope the build goes well, despite, again, I did watch the streams you did in the Switch, but didn't feel like chatting in chat all the time, lols. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know, no one has brought this up, but I really want a Capcom mobile fighting game collection. Would have games from expansion. Yeah, see, they won't do that. You know why they won't do that? Because there's more money in just selling them individually over and over and over again on various storefronts. Yeah, my favourite's always been the classic arcade X-Men vs Street Fighter. That might have been the game I played the most when I built my own arcade machine. At least when people were around. That might have been the multiplayer game I played the most. Well, that and kind of the Simpsons arcade and the Turtles arcade beat-em-ups. Those were good multiplayer fun too. Fucking Christ again. Alright. It's funny how Minecraft seems just determined to let it thunder and rain sometimes. You'll sleep it away multiple times, but it's like, nope, I just want to thunder. exactly. Let's do it this way. Can I click it? Are these in the way? There we go. Okay. Jesus. Not bad. I mean, once we get the sort of slimy dudes at the top there, it's gonna look better. I think we can pull that scaffolding down though. I don't think we need to climb up and down the face anymore. So. See what the thunder's done with. How do you YouTube friends instead of sevens? My friend today, we don't talk as much as we do see each other once a year at my place. Annual thing. 6-7 year, despite we know each other on YouTube. On the decade, yeah. Kooky old world. Remember you brought up your love of X-Men vs Street Fighter? If you're King of Fighter 8 review. Yeah, probably. Probably. I usually run a combo of Wolverine and Ryu. And once upon a time, I was extremely effective with it. Like nobody in my group of friends could beat me. I don't think we'll need this door anymore. Close it up for now. We can always open it up again if we need it. Definitely need that scaffolding. Always face close. Alright, let's go down to ground level and take a peek at our work. First we might sleep. Hard to tell whether it's night or not yet, but we'll try. What was that I just ran past on the floor? Oh! A lightning strike blew up my armor stand! What the shit? Where's the... Did I get it? I got it. I hope I've got a spare armor stand somewhere. Yeah, I ran into my bedroom. I thought I saw a trident on the floor as I ran past. The lightning exploded my armor stand. I think I've got a spare one too. Alright then. What is it? Is it a... Is it cobblestone or a stone slab? I forget. No, it is a slab. Oh wait, smooth stone slab. That's andesite. That's cobble. Where have I put all my smooth? How do I not have a box? Oh, there it is. Right, yeah. in with the stone components kind of thing. Okay, zerp. Stop it. There we go. Back to normal. I think that's the pose I had it in before. Can't remember. Leave it at that one for now. Kind of like that. That's good. So weird how it didn't do any other damage. It must have been the lightning strike. Armor stands don't just vanish on their own, especially not leaving the armor behind. It must have been a... I mean, there's no fire, there's no damage. Weird. Very, very weird. Right, so we were going over here to look at the face. Yeah, it definitely needs the bit up the top, doesn't it? Looks too tall face as it is. Alright, let me get my reference image back up. And zoom in a bit. Yeah, so that's, yeah, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks down, so that's sort of 16 blocks down in total. Right, so we need 2 or 3 different kinds of green. Okay. Did I make any? Yeah, I did. Some green concrete. Don't really have much wool, do I? That's right, we can make some more wool. There we go. Might need a trip to the spider farm though. Green dye. Yeah, definitely gonna have to make some more green dye as well. So let's get that cooking. Pop to the spider farm, see how much string is stored up there. Needs more dark prismarine towards the lower right of the face. Yeah, we could probably poke a few bits near the cheeks and stuff. But yeah, some of that, a lot of that up top stuff there is going to disappear now when we go to put the greeny moss and seaweed and stuff in. Yeah, it's easy enough to adjust stuff. So get out. Get out. You have one chance. Crit! You know what? Why not just do a bunch? How's your 8 meter cast still treating you? Really good. Like every time you see me streaming a PC game that's not running on this PC, so recently that's been Anthem and Far Cry and that kind of stuff, that's running on a separate PC through the over media card. Which reminds me, I still have to actually do the review of that card. And apologise to the Overmedia people for taking way too long. But yeah, it's been real solid. Absolutely issue free. It has never once kind of frozen or glitched or anything like that. It's actually been slightly more reliable than the Elgato card. Not that I have many problems with the Elgato card, but it has had some problems in the past, which usually is like a corrupted driver or something. But that said, I do run multiple Elgato capture devices in one system, so that contributes to that issue. Whereas multiple Overmedia cards work happily together side by side. Just a difference in the way they execute the drivers. Spider Farm. Yeah, Spider Farm. Hey Blunty, what capture card do you normally use for Switch? For the Switch, that runs through a what have we got hooked up to at the moment? The Elgato 4K Pro. And I know it's pointless throwing a Switch through the 4K Pro because it doesn't output 4K, but the issue I was talking about a moment ago with multiple Elgato devices, at the moment my regular Elgato HD 60 Pro, which would be the appropriate device for a Switch because it's 1080p 60 by default, is not being recognised. And that's a known driver issue. I just haven't fixed it. I know how to fix it, I just haven't fixed it because, quite frankly, I didn't need to. Basically, I had to uninstall and reinstall the drivers and the capture program, and it fixes it. It's a problem I've had before. And Elgato, no, it's a problem I have, but my use case with HD60 Pro, the Overmedia 4K, the Elgato 4K, the CamCap 4K, all in one system, it's not something most people do. Okay. Huh. I'm all out of spiderweb. How did I run out of spiderweb? I have so much spiderweb. Damn. Alright, let's sit here for a minute or two. Make sure we are being delivered spiderweb from this. I guess I spent all the time on the other side of the room because I mostly wanted the bones and stuff. And also sometimes spiders do that, which is a bit of a prick move. Slowing down their killing process. And she says, I'm looking for when to start streaming / recording Splatoon, and now Demo Next Channel when it comes out. Yeah. The Elgato and all the Overmedia are both very solid choices. Like I said, I use both, and I have no issues. Well, not no issues, but no unexpected issues. Pick up the Overmedia card for $179. I was thinking of just using it instead of Switch inputs. Using everything on my actual computer desktop. Oh, you mean just using the pass-through to go to your computer monitor, or are you planning on playing through a capture interface? Because many games will work fine playing through the capture interface, but you have to understand there is a small amount of lag involved. The Overmedia 4K has very little lag. The Elgato 4K has slightly more. Some games are perfectly playable with that lag, but not like shooters or driving games, things like that. Things that require split-second timing, I wouldn't play through a capture interface. Okay, so maybe we won't sit here for a second.
Ha ha ha.
Stop hurting me when I come through a fucking portal. God, how have they not fixed that bug yet? Just how? Are you on the Apex bandwagon? Nah. I might jump on it when they stop enforcing three-man squads. But I have no interest in being a burden to anyone else while I learn the game. I hate being that one team member who has no idea what the fuck he's doing. Makes everyone else mad. But, like I said about Fortnite, my aversion to playing Fortnite myself was a lot about I hated the building mechanics, and I hate about any time you shoot at someone they go blah, 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 with a macro key and build a fortress. It just ruined the shooting experience for me. It's just so boring. Every time you shoot someone once, they just build a fortress, and then it's just a war of attrition. It's so fucking tedious and boring. I can't stand it. But the other part was, I just don't have the... I just don't want to sink in the time to get so good at that game to be competitive enough to have fun. As you guys know from watching my streams, I enjoy a wide variety of games. And with games like Fortnite, if you're not playing every single day to keep the skill level up, you just get owned so fast, it's never any kind of fun. Which is why I'm gonna have to refill my gold. Let's do that now. How do I always forget how to go into creative mode on this? Is it settings? Yeah, here it is. Personal game mode, creative. I use it so sparingly. There we go. Settings. Let's go, kid! What's that big thing by your cocoa farm? There are several things by the cocoa farm. You might be referring to one of the most recent additions, which is a bamboo farm. Boink! Thank you, Skull Kid. I'm not hungry enough for a respect steak right now, so you'll have to bear with me. Where's my shovel? Oh, wait. Can I get this as a separate grave? I'd like my OG to be kept at 42. Fine. Zoop. Wouldn't know for just anybody, but clearly, you are the most generous grave owner around. So I'll bend the rules. You can have another one. You've cheekily had 2 graves in the past by donating under different names, anyway. So where should we put your new one? Should we put your new one directly behind this one? I think we will. Make it easier to find. Zerp. Oh wait, you did donate on a different name anyway. Didn't even notice that. EARDK. Skull. Kid, right backwards, there we go. Oh wait, I've done it the wrong line anyway. Can I tap down from this? Oh, I sure can. Hey, look at that. And boink! Thank you. Fuck Apex. I've been playing Hitman instead. It's free. Oh, free on PS Plus. Nice. Yeah, I never played much Hitman. The shooting in Hitman was always very unsatisfactory to me. And I know it's not a shooter as such. But again, games that enforce stealth often frustrate me more than I can have fun with them. Games that let me do stealth on my own terms, like Far Cry, for example. I have a ton of fun being stealthy, but that sort of auto-fail if your stealth is broken, which Hitman doesn't really auto-fail, but it's very difficult if you're under attack to get anywhere and get anything done and just escape. It kind of turned me off. I did play a bit of... What was the last Hitman before they kind of rebooted it? Hitman something. What was it? Let me find it. Steam. There is Hitman Absolution. Played a bit of that. Never finished it. Used it mostly for benchmarking when it was a relevant thing to use. But yeah. I like watching people play Hitman, like the achievement hunters when they do their Hitman stuff. It's very, very fun to watch. But playing it myself, yeah. Gonna disappear, methinks. Got some stuff needs to do. Alright, cheers, mate. Thank you again. What about Behavior Pack? Behavior Pack is basically a skin pack. Behavior packs contain different textures, different sounds, and sometimes different mob types of behaviors, modifying. It's basically a kind of a mod pack, but a vanilla type of mod pack where it just tweaks things in game. Not quite as powerful as a true Java mod, but a similar idea. Behavior packs is how all that stuff on the marketplace is done on the Bedrock edition, where you get things like mod packs where that changes the basic mechanics of the game into a city simulation or a car racing game or a skyblock type thing, shit like that. Okay, so I didn't get enough string to be of any use, but we'll see how we go with what we've got. And what we do have is... Yeah, I suppose 29 might be enough. I'm not going to need much of the dark stuff. Like with the Dark Prismarine, we're going to use that sparingly. But I am going to want a little more of the basic lime concrete, so let's go sploosh that down. So like the Halo thing, I've seen some people do in Minecraft. The Halo thing? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I think Hitman Absolution was my first Hitman game. I've been playing the Hitman 1 and 2 reboot via free episode Office Hitman. Yeah, I've been tempted to give it a go, but like I said, it's just not especially attractive to me as the mechanics of it stand. So I'm spending a lot of time thinking about Anthem. It keeps popping into my mind. I'm eager to play. I don't know, I could be playing right now, but again, I don't want to give the satisfaction of paying them extra money to play a game slightly early. Okay, let's start cracking into this guy's cranium. seen someone on Twitch playing a Halo map on Xbox Minecraft, mobs changing the grunts. Yeah, that kind of thing. Okay, so we basically wrap right around this corner. And again, I'm not looking for an exact match of the skin, just using it as a general kind of guide. Whoops-a-daisy. So let's get a little bit of the dirty stuff down the bottom. A bit worried that this might be a bit too bright. Not a lot I can do about that though, is there? Alright, let's go have a look. Short way down? Short way down. Brave Bill! Whee! Oh, that is a long way down, isn't it? Zerp. Yeah, it's not too bad. We definitely need to come way further down, but it's not too bad. Cool. How are we doing for time, by the way? Yeah, coming up on break time. Okay, let's degub a bit. Make some more concrete. Oh, I can make a little bit more wool over here. I did get that dye. Like so. Really not sure why I'm still carrying that sand. Oh, I'm going to need the sand any minute. Anyway. And I definitely don't need that brown. And I definitely don't need that slab. Coolsies. I am going to need that dye back though, aren't I? Derp, derp, derp. Considering Hitman 3, 1 is free this month, it's worth it. Well, not really. There's so much else to play this month. Green concrete powder. Boop. That'll keep us going. Alright, let's do 3 stacks of conversion. Is back, but technically home. How is the cola technically homemade? What is your favorite stealth series? Ooh, there's an interesting question. Like I was explaining before, I don't generally find enforced stealth appealing. So what game have to play stealth that I've actually enjoyed properly? I don't know. Give me some names. Oh, SodaStream, right. I still find it amazing that SodaStream is still around. That felt like such a flash-in-the-pan gimmick product when it came out. Or at least when I first learned about it. I think it first came out in like the mid-70s or something, right? And then it had kind of a resurgence in the mid-80s. That's when I learned about it as a kid. But I always thought, well, what a gimmick, what a funny little gimmick product. There's no way that's going to last the test of time. But here we are, 2019, and people are still using them. I still see it on my on the shelves at the supermarket. The refills, at least. I don't know whether they sell machines there still. You know what, though? Maybe I should get one. Because, you know, as some of you know, I'm on a keto diet right now, which means no carbs, no sugar, or extremely limited carbs and sugar, basically. And I have been missing the fizzy drinks. I have been eating, or drinking, sorry, carbonated, whoops-a-daisy. Carbonated, I need a block to stand on. Carbonated water, carbonated, what's the word I'm looking for? Jeez, my head's gone blank again. Mineral water, carbonated mineral water with a splash of lemon juice in it. As my, in fact, I want one of those now. I'm going to get one of those on my break. Very refreshing. Yeah, a bit of fresh lemon juice in carbonated spring water has been my... I can't grab the water. I can't grab the water. Why can't I grab the water? Thank you. Weird. Yeah, so maybe SodaStream would be a good idea. I can make my own carbonated water and lemon juice. Although, carbonated spring water is not exactly expensive. Like a bottle of it's $1, so... You buy the machine itself from Kmart? Right. Yeah, hardware stores used to carry them too for some reason. I always see them in hardware stores. Assassin's Creed, yeah. I don't like... That's one of the reasons I don't like Assassin's Creed. Number one is the combat feels super clunky to me. Number two is the interval stealth. Oh, desynced! Because you weren't playing the game the way we told you to play the game. Desynced! Ah! It feels so fucking limiting and frustrating. I hate it. Metal Gear, eh. Splinter Cell, no. Assassin's Creed, no. Hitman, eh. Thief, no. No play that. So yeah, I just don't play many, so it's hard to pick a favourite when I generally avoid playing them because I just don't enjoy it. Been working a lot for some years, but still snack on and off. Still the... and still tie same... Oh, the same size, haha. Really do like walking. Yeah, I walk a lot too, and it really doesn't do much for my weight. It does help my back stay strong and healthy, and I like walking. I can walk for hours and hours some days. But yeah, if you're looking to drop weight, I'm currently on the keto diet, K-E-T-O, and it is working remarkably well. Like, I've only been doing it for about a week, and the weight's already started to drop off. And the best part about the keto diet is, if you're like me, and you like the finer things in life, you can still have beef jerky and lots of fatty meat, and it's all about fats and oils. The keto diet's basically designed to force your body into a mode where it uses fat as a fuel to keep you alive, instead of sugars and stuff from carbohydrates. So you limit your carbohydrate and sugar intake right down, and then your body and your gut metabolism and stuff shifts to using fat as a fuel, which it doesn't like to do by default, because the whole point of fat is to store it up for emergencies. That's why mammals have fat, amongst other things. But if you force it into the mode ketosis, they call it, which is why the diet's called keto diet, ketosis, and your body uses fat for fuel, and you're generally eating in a way that keeps you in calorie deficit, so you're not getting quite as much from the food as your body needs to stay alive, so it starts burning your body fat. And it does that really quite efficiently. A lot of the initial weight loss you'll see is water weight, because it's also slightly diuretic in the beginning. So you got to make sure you drink a lot. But yeah, I'm about a week and a half into it now, and I'm starting to see genuine results in the mirror. But yeah, you can have like pork rinds and basically anything that's low in carbs but high or even moderately high in fats is a good idea on keto. So I don't feel like I'm missing out on too much. And fatty meals and stuff also keeps you feeling full longer as well, which is another benefit. A lot of diets you're on when you're in calorie deficit, you feel hungry a lot, which is very frustrating and annoying because nobody likes to feel hungry. But yeah, I haven't felt that way on this. It's remarkable, really. I don't think I'm going to eat like this forever, but that was never the plan. The plan was to just drop the excess weight that I'd put on recently, which was causing me some extra back issues. Eat too much processed food, but eat fruit and veg. Yeah, it's important to eat fruit and veg. Just for trace minerals and shit like that you don't normally get from processed foods and fatty stuff. God, I wish scaffolding was in Java. Is scaffolding still not in Java? I thought it was. That's not it. Alright, my phone is charged. It's nearly midnight, so I have to save. Alright, save it. Stevie it. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Do we eat 5 a day fruit and veg? Not really, no. Most of the, like there's very little fruit allowed on a keto diet because fruit has a lot of fructose, which is sugar, obviously. And keto doesn't like that. I have been eating a lot of asparagus, a lot of avocado, baby bok choy I quite enjoy. It's mostly on keto, most of the stuff that grows above ground is kind of the fast rule of thumb. Anything that grows underground, like potatoes and shit like that, is generally high in starch and carbohydrates. Most of the stuff that grows above ground, especially the green stuff, very, very low in carbohydrates, but good in other trace minerals. Yeah, we definitely need to bring this side down a lot more. Like a lot more. So yeah, amongst the foods I do miss while I'm on the keto diet is tomato-based stuff, because you can't have a lot of tomato. You can have some tomato on keto, but not a lot. Same thing with bell peppers, because they're both from the nightshade family. And I used to have a lot of tomato sauces, tomato sauce itself, but a lot of tomato base sauces and pasta sauce and things like that. I also miss bananas and mangoes. Can't have those in keto. Way too high in sugars and carbs. But yeah, I have been having a lot of avocado though, which contains tons of stuff you need. So you don't necessarily need 5 different veggies a day and things like that, or 5 serves or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to get one of those carbonated spring water and lemon juice drinks I was talking about before. I'll throw a couple ice cubes in there actually, because it's pretty warm today. Well, BRBs.